going to give the 4-acts an audience viewpoint. If you've ever spoken in front of people, maybe you've had this situation where you get to talking and you start to wonder, am I really making a connection? Is this really sinking in? Are they really getting it? And you look around and you try to figure out, are they engaged, are they not engaged? You're kind of like looking at it, I think it's good, I think it's bad, but you really don't know because you really don't have any weight in it. You don't have any process or any structure. And this is what happened when I came to Toastmasters. Right? The Toastmasters, as you already know, Dave, they have a book. They step you through different things to do, which is great. But I kept going through it, organize and make sure your vocal variety and move on stage and all this kind of stuff. I thought, okay, I'm doing that, but is it really working? Is it really doing anything? How come I don't know what to do or how to put everything together? And so it's kind of bothered me. So I think, well, why not? What's the big deal? I go through the book, I do everything, and why didn't I not get an answer? You ever felt that worry in the middle? You know what I'm talking about. So it's like, am I doing this right? So I thought, okay, I don't know what the heck I'm doing, obviously, and Toastmasters isn't helping as much as I want. I'm going to look outside. You ever done that? You ever like look outside of that little box? Maybe I guess I asked to put no to Toastmasters and started looking outside. So I started looking outside with some people like world champion speakers. There's a contest in Toastmasters. These people win the contest. They're the best speaker in Toastmasters, presumably. So I looked at those other people out there. So people like Darren McCroy, people like Craig Valentine, other professional speakers. Started seeing what they're talking about. And after a while, they're talking about looking at things from the audience's point of view. And I admit, I never really thought about my audience. You ever do that? You ever get on stage and you're so concerned about, I got to get this content across and make sure it's there and make sure everything's going, and boy, I finished, that's great. You don't really notice that there are people out there looking at you the whole time? Ever felt that? You ever been in the audience and felt the same way? Like, I could just close my, it doesn't matter. As long as they get through their content, they're good. They don't care about me. You ever felt like that? Yeah, exactly. So I started realizing it's all about this audience focus. And this audience focus started coming more into view. I started realizing there's kind of this pattern. They kept talking about, again, like kind of focus on the audience, and then you got something to say, and hopefully there's something to do, and then people got to figure out why they should do it. And it all started to come together. And that's what the 4 acts really is. It's just kind of a sorting out of all these different points of view into what they just kept saying over and over and over again. And the first thing it talked about was everything, first of all, when you're speaking is from the audience's point of view. If you understand that, you're ahead of about 95% of the speakers out there that aren't aware of the audience. So all the thing first you have to think about is, from the audience's point of view, how do you get their attention? And the biggest question in the audience's mind is, who is this for? Have you ever had that happen where you're in a presentation and you thought, this is not for me? I don't know who this is for, but it's not for me. You ever had a business presentation felt that? Dan, that's what I'm talking about. That working hell you were talking about, all these presentations. No, not for me. So the very audience is wondering, who is this for? And if you can answer that question, the audience gets, yeah, it's for me. It's all about for me. So if your audience is thinking, who is this for? And they answer, yeah, it's about me. You got their attention. And if you do that right at the beginning, it kind of relaxes you. Because right at the beginning, you know you're making that connection. You know you're getting through. And Sheila, you get that sense that they really are interested in talking to you and talking back and forth because they know it's for them. And I'm hoping people here today are here to become better speakers. Anybody? Few? 1 or 2? Okay, 3. Okay, 3, 4, 5. Okay, that's good. That's good. So if that's the case, I've got the right audience. So I know this is for you. So I'm trying to do this all for you. That's what the attention part is about. Who is this for? The point of view of the audience. Other thing all these speakers started to talk about, with these different books, and they started talking about, really, what are you talking about out there? And from the audience's point of view is, what do you have for me? What do you have? And that's really the content. So quite often people, before you even know it, so before they rave, they go on and say, here's all the stuff I have, but you really don't know it's for you. But if you know it's for you, it's like, okay, great. I'll get involved with it. I'll start to find more about it. And the thing I discovered more and more is the stories. You ever notice a story is magical? A story can just kind of pull you in. Even if you take the same thing and you put it in terms of facts, and you tell a story about it, somehow it becomes interesting. notice that? Yeah. And you know what really helps a story? Dialogue. Dialogue. Back and forth dialogue. Just by narrating what's going on in your mind, what you're thinking about. That can pull people on. So if you start saying, you know, I'm going through and starting to understand, okay, great, attention, content, starting to understand how all this stuff works. Just the fact this is internal dialogue going on in my mind and I'm sharing it with you, that really helps a lot. So a lot of the content you can have, Sheila, simply is you're going through, you simply have internal dialogue, what you're thinking as you're going through talking about this, or what the audience is thinking. You might be thinking, Tim, when are you going to get to the point? I'm getting it. So what are you talking about? That's content. Then comes the technique. The technique. And how do you do it? So this whole speech, for example, is all about how do you give a speech? How do you apply these 4 acts by understanding these 4 questions? So how do you do it? Once your audience gets it and they're thinking, okay, I got it, yeah, okay. How do I do it? Have you ever had a speech go across where they got really good content and you're thinking, great, great, but what do I do now? You ever felt that? Kind of confused? Lost. What? I want to do something, but I don't know what to do. Tell them what to do. That's technique. And then finally, the selling. Why? Now, probably you're thinking, Tim, wait a minute. I don't want to be a used car salesman up there. I don't want to go up there and just tell people, you know, you don't know what I'm talking about. This is why you should do it, etc. But if you don't explain to your audience why to do it, why should they do it? If someone says, hey, I got a great technique for you, why don't you do it? I don't know. Okay, I don't know either. I hope you do it. Maybe it'll make your life better. I don't know. That did nothing for me. Try it. See it. I hate it. You'll love it. Maybe. You're probably not going to do it, right? But if you're getting on stage and talking about it, wouldn't it be great if they did it? So that's why you got to sell. And selling can be so simple. All you got to do is say, hey, when you get up there, you say, you know, if you don't do it, things you're not going to connect as well. If you don't understand these 4 questions, you're not going to connect as well with your audience. Once you do understand these 4 questions, you connect a lot better. That's all what selling is. Just telling people why they should do it. You're passionate about it. Why should you be passionate about it? And that really is the 4 acts. And that's what I learned from Darren McCroy and from Craig Valentine and others. Once you start applying these 4 acts, discover the same sort of thing. You quickly, easily connect with the audience, get them involved, pull them in. It's a simple, powerful method. You can even create speeches on the fly, like this one. And that would be great, engaging, and entertaining. So, use the 4 acts. Your audience will thank you.